The history of the Culexus assassin is shrouded in secrecy, as are many aspects of the clandestine operations of the Imperium of Man. The origins of the Culexus assassin trace back to the dark days of the Horus Heresy, a galaxy-spanning civil war that threatened to tear apart the Imperium. During this time of turmoil, the Emperor of Mankind recognized the need for specialized operatives to combat the growing threat posed by rogue psychers and the forces of chaos. It is believed that the Culexus assassins were created through a combination of advanced genetic engineering, psychic manipulation, and arcane technologies. The exact methods and technologies used in their creation remain closely guarded secrets within the ranks of the Officio Assassinorum, the organization responsible for training and deploying assassins on behalf of the Imperium. Culexus assassins were specifically designed to counter the psychic abilities wielded by enemy psychers and demonic entities. Their unique anti-psychic aura, known as the animus speculum, allows them to disrupt warp energies and nullify psychic powers, making them invaluable assets in combating the myriad psychic threats faced by the Imperium. Those selected for the role of Culexus assassin undergo rigorous training and indoctrination, which often includes mind-wipe procedures to erase all traces of individual identity and foster absolute loyalty to the Imperium and the Emperor. Culexus assassins are typically deployed on missions deemed critical to the security and stability of the Imperium, including the elimination of heretical psychers, disrupting enemy psychic operations, and safeguarding key individuals from psychic threats. They operate covertly, using stealth and infiltration tactics to reach their targets and strike with lethal precision. The Culexus Temple, formerly known as the Culexus Clade, is intricately tied to the tumultuous events of the Great Crusade and the subsequent establishment of the Imperium of Man. During the Great Crusade, the Sisters of Silence captured and transported large numbers of pariahs, individuals with the rare and potent ability to disrupt psychic energies. These pariahs cast a shadow in the warp, blocking the vital psychic beacon known as the Astronomicon. Other branches within the Imperium, particularly those reliant on psychers, were horrified by the existence of pariahs. Some members of the Council of Terra sought to outlaw pariahs altogether, fearing the threat they posed to humanity. Despite opposition, the Officio Assassinorum, under the guidance of Malcador the Sigillite, secretly collaborated with the Mechanicum to harness the abilities of pariahs. This project aimed to develop specialist war gear and training techniques to utilize pariahs to kill psychers. When the Mechanicum announced the end of the pariah project and executed many of the specimens, they secretly spirited away the most promising pariahs to a specially constructed fortress hidden on Terra. This fortress became the birthplace of the Culexus Temple. Under the direction of the first director Primus, known as Sire Culexus, the Culexus Temple was established in its modern form. Culexus, alongside Malcador and other directors Primus, swore an oath to defeat every enemy of the Emperor, leading to the creation of the Culexus assassins as an integral component of imperial justice. The Culexus Temple operates in secrecy, hidden from the knowledge of more zealous factions within the Imperium. Their purpose is to hunt down and eliminate enemies of the Emperor, utilizing the unique abilities of pariahs to combat psychic threats wherever they may arise. The Fortress of the Soulless is the heavily fortified headquarters of the Culexus Temple, a secretive and enigmatic faction within the Officio Assassinorum. Unlike other temples within the Assassinorum, which enjoy a degree of autonomy under the supervision of experienced Lord Assassins, the Culexus Temple is directly ruled by high-ranking officials of the Officio Assassinorum. This centralized control ensures strict oversight and adherence to the temple's protocols and objectives. The Fortress of the Soulless is situated on a desolate moon far from Holy Terra, the seat of the Imperium's power. Its remote location, beyond the range of the Astronomicon, ensures secrecy and security, shielding it from prying eyes and potential threats. The fortress is described as an echoing, armor-clad stronghold, shrouded in a suffocating blanket of dread. This oppressive atmosphere reflects the grim and foreboding nature of the Culexus Temple, where pariahs and Culexus assassins are kept confined, except when deployed on active duty. Access to and from the Fortress of the Soulless is tightly controlled, with any departures shrouded in secrecy and accompanied by the highest levels of security. This level of secrecy underscores the importance of maintaining the temple's operations and ensuring the protection of its operatives and secrets. Despite its undeniable value to the Imperium, the the Culexus Temple faces opposition from factions within the Imperium, who view pariahs and Culexus assassins with suspicion and hostility. Some advocate for the eradication of all pariahs and the destruction of the temple itself, highlighting the divisive nature of the temple's existence within the Imperium. Culexus assassins are equipped with specialized gear tailored to enhance their abilities and effectiveness in combat against psychic threats. Here's an overview of their typical gear. The Sinskin body glove worn by Culexus assassins is a remarkable piece of technology that incorporates a nodal layer, known as Ethereum. This Ethereum layer serves multiple functions, enhancing the assassin's stealth and defensive capabilities on the battlefield. The Ethereum layer enables the wearer to shift out of phase with reality, rendering them ghost-like and insubstantial. This phasing effect makes the assassin appear as a flickering retinal after-image, making it difficult for enemies to track their movements accurately. With the Ethereum activated, a Culexus assassin can vanish altogether, becoming completely invisible to the naked eye. This allows them to move undetected through enemy ranks, striking fear into the hearts of their foes, and appearing only when it will maximize the psychological impact of their presence. The Sinskin body glove's phasing technology enhances the assassin's ability to stealthily infiltrate enemy territory and approach high-value targets unnoticed. They can move silently and unseen through enemy lines, bypassing defenses and launching surprise attacks when least expected. In addition to its stealth capabilities, the Sinskin body glove reinforces the Culexus assassin's innate anti-psychic abilities. Psychic attacks simply pass through the assassin as if they were invisible, further enhancing their resilience against enemy psychers and demonic entities. The Ethereum layer also contains a component known as the Force Matrix, which consists of numerous psychic conduits similar to those found in force weapons. These conduits absorb excess warp energy left behind by psychers, providing the Culexus assassin with a supplemental source of energy to enhance their abilities. The Force Matrix absorbs more energy the closer the Culexus assassin gets to psychers, allowing them to replenish their energy reserves and further empower their anti-psychic aura. This energy absorption mechanism ensures that the assassin remains a formidable threat to enemy psychers throughout the duration of a battle. The Animus Speculum is the primary weapon of the Culexus assassin. It emits a potent anti-psychic aura that disrupts warp energies and nullifies psychic powers within its vicinity. This makes it particularly effective against enemy psychers and demonic entities. The Animus Speculum is a specialized battle helm utilized by Culexus assassins to harness and amplify their anti-psychic abilities on the battlefield. The Animus Speculum serves a dual purpose, capable of both muffling and focusing the Culexus assassin's powers as needed. This flexibility allows the assassin to adapt to different combat situations and maximize the effectiveness of their null aura. Initially, the helm's contra-psychic dampers are reversed only once the operative is deployed into the field. This allows the assassin to unleash the full terror of their null aura, creating a psychic void that disrupts enemy psychers and demonic entities. While active, the Animus Speculum emits a potent null aura that makes it difficult for most people to even stand being in the same room as the Culexus assassin. This aura dampens or nullifies nearby psychic energies, rendering enemy psychers vulnerable and powerless. The grotesque lens, set into the helm's leering faceplate, serves as a conduit for harvesting and focusing psychic energy. This energy can be harnessed to unleash devastating bolts of negative psychic energy, turning the foe's own sorcerous powers against them with horrific results. The Animus Speculum is also capable of draining nearby psychers of their connection to warp energy, increasing its own power in the process. This ability further enhances the assassin's anti-psychic capabilities and makes them even more formidable against enemy psychers. Each Culexus assassin is accompanied by a custodian who operates the Animus Speculum and ensures that the assassin remains under control and does not arouse suspicion among allied Imperial forces. The custodian plays a crucial role in managing the helm's functions and supporting the assassin in combat. In close-quarters combat, Culexus assassins wield a neural shredder, a devastating weapon that unleashes psychic energy to shred the minds of their enemies. It is capable of causing immense pain and disorientation to its victims, making them vulnerable to further attacks. Some Culexus assassins are equipped with phase swords, advanced melee weapons that phase in and out of reality, allowing them to bypass conventional armor and defenses. These weapons are deadly in the hands of skilled assassins, capable of slicing through even the toughest adversaries with ease. In addition to their personal gear, Culexus assassins may also be equipped with psychic null field generators, devices that emit a localized field of psychic nullification. This further enhances their ability to disrupt enemy psychic powers and protect themselves and their allies from psychic attacks. Culexus assassins also utilized specialized weapons called psych-out grenades. These grenades are potent tools designed to unleash waves of psychic nullifying energy upon detonation. Out grenades emit a powerful psychic nullifying field upon detonation, similar to the aura generated by the animus speculum wielded by Culexus assassins. This field disrupts nearby psychic energies, nullifying psychic powers and causing discomfort or pain to psychers caught within its radius. When thrown, psi-out grenades create a localized zone of psychic nullification, typically spanning a few meters in diameter. Within this zone, psychic abilities become weakened or completely nullified, making it difficult for enemy psychers to manifest their powers or maintain control over summoned demonic entities. The detonation of a psi-out grenade unleashes a surge of anti-psychic energy that disrupts warp energies in the vicinity. This can have devastating effects on enemy psychers and demonic entities, causing them to lose control over their powers or even suffer physical harm as their connection to the warp is severed. Known as pariahs or untouchables, psychic blanks possess a complete absence of psychic presence, making them immune to psychic manipulation and disrupting psychic powers in their vicinity. Here's a deeper look at their psychic blank status. Culexus assassins emit a psychic null field that dampens or completely nullifies nearby psychic energies. This nullification effect extends not only to enemy psychers, but also to friendly psychic abilities, making them a double-edged sword on the battlefield. The psychic blank status of Culexus assassins creates an unsettling presence that unnerves both allies and enemies. Their mere presence can cause discomfort, anxiety, and even physical sickness in those with psychic sensitivity, as if they are standing on the edge of a psychic abyss. Because of their lack of psychic presence, Culexus assassins are highly resistant to psychic attacks and manipulations. They cannot be targeted by most psychic abilities and are immune to the corrupting influence of the warp, making them valuable assets in combating the forces of chaos and psychic heresy. Despite their effectiveness in combat, the psychic blank status of Culexus assassins also isolates them from their fellow warriors and the broader society of the Imperium. They are often viewed with suspicion and fear by those around them, as their blankness is a reminder of the dark and dangerous nature of the warp. While their psychic null field is effective against mortal psychers, Culexus assassins are vulnerable to the predations of demonic entities. Demons are drawn to the psychic void created by the assassins, seeing it as a challenge to be overcome or a source of sustenance to be consumed. The psychic blank status of Culexus assassins is a double-edged sword that grants them incredible power on the battlefield, but also isolates them from the society they are sworn to protect. They are both feared and respected for their unique abilities, embodying the grim and unforgiving nature of the universe. Culexus assassins are trained in stealth and infiltration tactics, and may be equipped with a variety of tools to aid them in their missions, such as cloaking devices, grappling hooks, and silenced weapons. The personality of a Culexus assassin is shaped by their intense training, indoctrination, and the unique nature of their existence. Culexus assassins are often emotionally detached, their minds stripped of personal desires, fears, and attachments through rigorous conditioning. They approach their missions with a cold and calculating demeanor, unaffected by sentiments that might cloud their judgment or compromise their objectives. Trained to be efficient and deadly operatives, Culexus assassins possess a single-minded focus on their mission objectives. They are disciplined and methodical in their approach, prioritizing the completion of their tasks above all else. Culexus assassins are typically silent and observant, preferring to listen and observe rather than speak. Their quiet demeanor and intense gaze can unnerve those around them, adding to their mystique and aura of danger. Despite their lack of personal identity, Culexus assassins are fiercely loyal to the Imperium and the Emperor of mankind. They see themselves as instruments of the Imperium's will, willing to sacrifice themselves if necessary to protect humanity from the threats that lurk in the darkness. The psychic blank status of Culexus assassins often leads to feelings of isolation and alienation from those around them. They are viewed with suspicion and fear by many, even within the ranks of the Imperium, further reinforcing their sense of detachment from society. Culexus assassins exhibit a high degree of professionalism and discipline in their conduct. They adhere strictly to their orders and protocols, showing little tolerance for deviation or error in the execution of their duties. In the face of danger and adversity, Culexus assassins display unwavering resolve and determination. They are not easily deterred or intimidated, facing even the most daunting challenges with steely resolve and unwavering determination. Over the millennia, the Culexus assassins have earned a fearsome reputation as one of the most effective weapons in the Inquisition's arsenal. Their mere presence on the battlefield strikes fear into the hearts of psychers and demons alike, serving as a potent symbol of the Imperium's determination to root out and destroy the enemies of humanity wherever they may be found. Despite their effectiveness, the true nature and origins of the Culexus assassins remain shrouded in mystery, known only to a select few within the highest echelons of the Imperium's power structure.